What's going on YouTube? It's KevinBo202, and today I kind of want to talk Lil Xan's comments on Tupac. I feel like something like this is going to continue to come up over the years. Time only continues to go on, and obviously the younger crowd are only getting older just like everybody else. And a lot of newer hip-hop is a lot younger than it's ever been. It seems like most of the biggest rappers right now are from age 17 to like 23 or 24. And for that reason, a lot of the crowd doesn't know of the older music. Now me personally, when I started really getting into hip-hop around like I would say 2006-ish, I actually went back and I started listening to Tupac, Biggie, NWA, Rakim, Slick Rick, Jay-Z. I wanted to know a bunch of the older stuff that was going on before the new music that's coming out, because I'm such a big fan of hip-hop overall, and I kind of just wanted to know, like, how did it originally start, what was the original art forms, and what was really big back then. To me, I do believe in respecting the culture, and like, I understand that if there's artists that really don't know anything about some of these older cats that are from back in the 90s, 80s, etc., they're not going to know anything about them and simply won't really have much of an opinion about them, because maybe they heard a few of their songs on the internet. But to me, there's a difference between not knowing anything about something and not having an opinion about it, to actually having an opinion and disrespecting them just because you don't know anything about their music. Now with Lil Xan and his comments, I mean, obviously he's really young. Just look at a picture of him. I don't know how old he is, but just by looking at him, he's not somebody that you would really think that knows much about Tupac or pretty much the history of hip-hop. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because that's not his age group. Not everybody has to like everything that everybody else likes. Now I actually do like Tupac, but just because he doesn't mean that he's in the wrong. But I saw something about him giving a 2 rating and saying that his music's boring. To me, that's just coming from somebody that doesn't know anything about Tupac or their actual music. There are people that have literally lived their entire lives listening to his music for inspiration, and for somebody like Lil Xan to say that, I mean, I don't really think much of anything about it, because clearly he doesn't know anything about Tupac. But even Lil Yachty made a comment about saying Drake was, I think he said he's better than Biggie and Pac. I forget what that whole thing was. But again, this is only going to continue to come back around, because obviously time keeps going on, and the younger rappers are going to continue to say things about the older artists. There is no rule book to hip-hop. If you join, you're not forced to read a textbook on things that you're supposed to respect and what you're supposed to know. Hip-hop is entirely changing, and as it continues to change, the music's so much different, and I don't think any of these older cats are going to be forgotten. They've made their marks in history, especially Tupac, but I just think that the younger crowd is going to continue to not know who they were because they weren't born and raised to listening to them. They've listened to artists like maybe like Nelly, Ludacris, Eminem, stuff from like the early to mid-2000s like Kanye West, Young Jeezy, Gucci Mane. So my real stance on the whole subject matter is just based off the fact that if you weren't born into listening to some kind of music and you didn't go back to listen to it, that's okay. You don't have to. Nobody's forcing it on you. But don't disrespect the older crowd just because you don't know who they are. I have a list of who I think the greatest rapper is, and not many are rappers that are still around, and very few are artists that still make music to this day. I personally like a lot of the older stuff, but I also like a lot of the newer stuff too. I'm not closed-minded. I listen to everything. But guys, tell me what you think about Lil Xan's comments in the comment section below. Did you take it as disrespectful, or do you just take it as somebody not knowing a clue about something and basically just saying something about it? Be sure to leave this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I have tons of more hip-hop content videos coming around, so be prepared for that. And alright guys, that's going to be it for my thoughts of the Lil Xan Tupac comments. I'm KevinBo202. I hope you enjoyed the video, and peace out guys.
JNS production.
Yeah, homie, bring it back. Kevbo on the rap, JNS all on the track. Flipping all this money like